Hello and welcome back, first time Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer tubers, and you know, it's Blue Ankylo here playing some Final Fantasy 1 Rando. I may or may not have done this intro once or twice before. What I'm going to say is, it's been a few months since I've done a Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer in real time, rather than YouTube time, so I have not kept up to date with all of the new settings on the Randomizer site. There are a bunch of new things, and one day maybe I'll try to go over those with everybody to explain some of the new flags and settings, because there's all kinds of new stuff, but I'm lagging behind like an old Ankylo. We are going to run a randomizer today with fairly traditional for my channel settings. There should be random classes and weapons and armor. No random spell crafter or enemy enemizer or entrance shuffle. Nothing too crazy, just kind of a I haven't played Final Fantasy in a while, and we'll just sort of do a more traditional shuffle, let's just say, for me. And some people do far crazier things or far more vanilla things, so we'll just make it go. I've got some names pulled from live chat, as I typically do, and we'll get to work. We have been having some technical difficulties lately getting text working, so I'm not using my character sprite files, my own personal ROM hacks, where I've changed sprites and a little bit of text around the game. Like, I changed all the spells from caps lock to kind of first letter capitalized like normal, and then the rest lowercase. But that doesn't work anymore because the Randomizer site plays around with text strings way more than it used to, and I can't upload a ROM that has edited strings at all. For whatever reason, doesn't work. Anyway, so these are our three classes. It's a forced party. I don't get to choose anything. So 2 fighters, 1 red mage, and 1 white mage. And it's a pretty well-balanced party, even without random blurst classes. So for our blursing of our classes, fighters get... I gave 4 bonuses and 1 malice, because I wasn't trying to make a super hard run today. But minus 15 strength kind of sucks if you're going to do physical, but black magic spells is really powerful. So fighters that can learn any black mage spell that's not a black wizard spell. Good stuff. Hey there, raiders as well. Good stuff. A little bit of vitality just means more HP by high levels. Level 1 white, sort of the same as what a knight would get on promotion for the first level. A 20% hit rate is pretty good. That's about half of an extra swing. Every 32% is another swing, so about the same as that. For red mages, we've got magic defense, which is always kind of helpful, but hard to notice. Black belt vitality just means more HP later on. I don't know what plus defense means. I have a feeling... I don't know. My guess is maybe you can use the... I think it would be caps lock if it was the defense sword. I don't know. Maybe they gain absorb the way a black belt does or something like that. I've never seen that one myself. Agility doesn't make much of a difference, and the vitality doesn't make much difference either. So we'll see what happens. We'll have to try to unequip their armor later on and double check if it actually does black belt absorb. And then for our white mage, of course, Excalibur. What a great weapon for a white mage. A bunch of HP, strength, and agility, and a little bit less vitality. So, you know, pretty nice blessings, but overall, the biggest one by far, I would say, is the bonus black magic. Because we don't have a black mage, but now we do. So let's get going. Alright, technically I have a timer, but we're not worrying about that too much. There you go. Timer, go. Also, I technically know what's in the first shops because we spoiled it a little bit. Okay, so, you know, Ice 3 is an awfully good start. That'll speed everything up tremendously. Also, Saber on a fighter, man, that's pretty good. But just in case there's level 1, I should have double-checked if there was level 1 Fade or something first. But, I mean, gee whiz. Yeah, okay, we'll buy some of this later. I'm going to run out of money, but Ice 3 Saber Life sounds amazing. That's too good. Let's get our White Mage Life, and maybe A-Rub later on. We'll see. What about Red Mage? Ice 3, I forgot to buy. I'll probably come back and I'll just remember to buy some sabers later on. Right now it doesn't matter, but one day. And for weapons, oh yeah, we got the big blurs all the way from -9 to +9, because why not? So that means an Iron Staff is super awesome and much better than a -9. The thing is, we've got Ice 3, so none of this really matters anyway, because it's going to be better than that for a while. Armor, oh boy, yeah, Opal 8. Man, our fighters are going to carry us. Even just Iron +9 is really good. Yeah, I'm sure good enough. Well, no. We'll save our money, because Gotta be able to save and buy some tents. But still, iron plus 9 is incredibly good. Yeah, there you go. So what we'll do is we'll just buy like 2 tents and like 2 potions. And then I can do the nice little save outside of Temple of Fiends and make it a little bit easier. Alright, let's go. Monster strikes first. No, I don't want that. I believe I put on tiered enemy skill shuffle. So if they do have spells, they should be low-level spells. Hooray! Are you kidding me, guys? I guess we're not a very speedy team. We're a very red team. Come on, guys. Get out of here. Don't make me burn an Ice 3 on imps. I guess I had the life spell, technically, but... we could grind, but, you know... with Ice 3, why would you need that? Alright, it looks like after 2 combats, we have a pretty nice run on the encounter table. Oh, unrunnable. Well, okay. You think Ice 3 would reliably kill a Gerwolf? Poison Touch? I don't have anything for that. This is not working so good. But steel armor could be -9. There's no guarantee it'll be a plus. Alright. Alright, game. Hopefully there's something real good, like a pure potion. A broken silver dagger. I'm sorry, I should have turned it off. Bad saber. I don't care enough about that. Let's just kill Garland. Goodbye. Thanks for showing up. I'll be taking your experience and the princess. And we out. Well, it's not vanilla, but I'll take it. Okay, well that's interesting. So everything's opened very quickly for us. We don't have a canal, or we don't have a canoe is the word, but we do have a ship and the canal is open, so we can already go to a lot of places. We're only level 2. I didn't get very much money out of that. Let's see. Let's go kill some pirates. There's definitely more stuff to buy, so if we can get some money, it'd be nice. Is that the most common start these days for this type of flags? I find getting the canoe is pretty common too early on. Oh, we might have some fun with the if it's a no airship seed, I'm gonna demand a refund from the manager. Nice cheap in and provoke at least. But yeah, the pirates might be a little stronger than usual, but I think we'll be okay. We need some turn order here. So this is the buff pirates. They're I think they got like 250 HP or so, give or take. They've been doing their push-ups. But we got it. Just a couple dead light warriors. They didn't need those experience points. That's not what I wanted either. I mean, it's fine, but... Okay, well let's check some shops. There could be an incentive item in the shop. There isn't. I don't know how much money, but I'm gonna spend half of it on houses. Because we've got Ice 3, so that makes it a lot easier to recharge. So in the future, Ice plus 7, yeah. And, not steel. We're never gonna buy that. Sure. I'll buy you some iron shields. They're cheap. Kind of feel like I need some armor right now. What we'll do is we'll go back and buy those iron armor plus 9s, and that'll cover us for basically the entire game. Check out some magic. So we got life 2. Oh boy, we definitely gonna want to promote tonight then. Yeah, that's a good one. Wall's also pretty nice to have. I'm gonna skip heal 2 and probably gonna buy life 2 for the... Yeah, let's just buy it for the red mage right now. We can have a party with 4 life 2 caster. He's dead. Blue, you have to resurrect your people if you want to actually teach them things. Okay, but now we've got... Yeah, there's no way I wouldn't buy life 2. I'm not sure about wall on the red mage necessarily, but we'll see. Well, this is gonna be pretty fast. I think we're gonna start going now. So level 2 will be nuke, warp, life 2. That's bonkers. No room for Brack. No Brack strats. It's not allowed. Well, no, there's no time for Brack. I know everyone loves Brack, but... Hold on. Life 2, nuke. Okay, it's in the wrong order, but we're fine. I mean, I guess not everyone needs to know warp, but... It's so nice to have those charges. And they're competing with nuke charges. Oh, man. Alright, well, that's interesting, you know. We're gonna need some levels. Hey there, nice hammer. And, not that we really need a lot of weapons, but... I'm pretty sure Silver 6 is better than Iron 8 or Scimitar 7. Pretty sure, and they're also, like, cheap. Alright. So after this, we can basically go wherever we want, as far as I'm concerned. I am going to go buy that iron armor plus 9, and I meant to buy one more, and I didn't. So where do we go progression-wise? I don't want to go to Elfland because I don't really have the money. I guess we could go to Crescent Lake right away. It's a bit of a sailing trip. We don't have the canoe, so we can't really go to, like, the Waterfall or Ordeals yet. There shouldn't be any loose items this time around. Technically, we can go to Marsh. Boo. We haven't found any armor for our white mage. We might just kill the white mage. I mean, I'm just saying, I kind of think the double fighter could carry us. I mean, we'll see where Cure 4 is, I guess, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure we need a white mage on this one. Let's get some saves. And let's get some don't die to poison. And then, I mean, we don't have enough money. We're broke. It's fine. Okay, let's go, let's figure out where we're going. So I voted, we could go Marsh Cave. We don't have Oxtail, so we can't get to water yet. I guess Crescent Lake for the freebie. I guess technically, I can't remember if Earth is incentivized, but, you know, you could go kill the vampire, but boo. So we'll go sail over to Crescent, and then maybe we'll do the southern Elfland entrance, or southern Elfland dock, and go to Marsh from there if we still haven't gotten anything. You know what? We could kill some of these guys on the way. I tried. Thanks, Thor. You got us in the last second. These guys are not worthy of our nukes. I suppose we should spend a second or two around Crescent Lake. We can, I guess I'll do the cool maneuvers. We should be careful here, though. We're only like level 2. But yeah, we should kill a couple things here, get some levels. It'll make the Marsh Cave feel a lot safer. There's that nice long run, though, on the encounter table. Alright, so we are checking for incentive shop. And there it is. So Chime. And there is Northern Docks, so that means we can get into the Mirage. Yeah, all the armor. Ooh, that's pretty good, too. Iron Helmet plus 6. Maybe I'll buy those before I leave. And, nothing we need there. Max price cat claw. Oh boy, lamp. Nothing really good at level 6 white. Nothing we really need at level 6 black either, which is good. Oh good, the old men are confused, just like I am. Perfect. I think I should leave this one on as questionable every time. Well, at least this gives us some... Oops, wrong one. Some, where's the crystal? Some, progression, basically. Now we go back to Matoya and we'll get another key item out of that. So let's try to get, I don't know, a couple fights here. I don't want to spend a ton of time, but... This is actually not bad. Assuming they don't, you know, do something terrible. Mute Touch! That would counter the Ice 3 strat if they manage to get lucky. Yeah. Well, bad luck for Cryptic. You did. I just want to get everyone, like, you know, beyond the point of insta-death from, also some spell slots. If we're gonna go to Marsh, Warp certainly will speed it up. These trolls are tanky. Oof, that's like 400 HP on them. And a minimum roll nuke. For shame. For shame. You know, I guess in hindsight... Lola is going to be a many higher level, many levels higher. Actually, we should. The chime's only like 6k or something. We should probably just save up here because it won't take very long, and then we don't have to worry about coming back. Get a couple levels, get the money for the chime, maybe buy those stupid helmets if I want. Hopefully, Cryptic will survive eventually and get a level up. Ooh, these seem like they're pretty frail. So the EX speeds are looking good today. Let's try something. We'll go hard reset. See what's on the encounter table right away. An ambush troll. I want to see how our silver swords are doing. I don't like that. That's not so good. Okay, what's second on the encounter table on the square? That's not great. I don't want to... That's not reset worthy, I don't think. Well, I don't know what the maximum size for that group is. Maybe it's worth it. And then after 2 encounters, we get a nice long walk. And then all the experience just ambushing us. It's fine. Actually, it should be fine. I gotta find something for Thor to do. We need like a Thor hammer or something so that they can contribute. Maybe when we get to Elfland, there'll be some good stuff. Alright, 1800 experience. I think we'll just need a couple more. Hey, my old favorite. This is classically my favorite when I was young battle in this area. Your melee damage? I guess I gave you the Iron Hammer +9, right? You still only get 2 hits, but we're getting there. The trouble is white mages just don't get hit percent very quick. So, but maybe. Come on, random encounters. Okay, so it's 2 fights, long run, 2 fights, really long run, if we ever want to do ice cave kind of dives. Okay, let's see how the team does in melee, just for fun. Not great. Decent. Yeah, the silver swords are pretty good. The Iron Hammer, eh. Cryptic, maybe it's just the fighters are good, man. I guess anomaly-wise, we do have Library of Ruina coming out in like a couple weeks or something, right? Okay, this might be enough money. Troll is super strong now. Reasonably so. So the return of the HR Spider and the Big Bird, we'll see. Yeah, 28. Alright, so that's the chime. We'll save a little bit of money for return to, or first trip to, I guess we'll buy this while here too. The trip to Elfland. Can't equip those yet, but iron, I mean, I don't know. I probably spend more time buying middle tier armor than a real speedrunner would. But I mean, I feel like I should buy 2 of those. I feel like Iron Helmet plus 6 is such a big boost that it's probably worth it. I mean, we'll have a look at what our absorb is at now for the fighters. It should be pretty solid. Yeah, 57 absorb. Totally good. I think that would be basically like endgame tier armor. Alright, let's get out of here. No lyrics allowed. 24-hour Ruinous stream. I don't know if my sanity can handle it. I think I'll take some fights on the way. I'm not really trying to grind per se. But because we have level 1 Ice 3, level 2 Nuke, the 2 highest damaging Black Mage spells, getting a lot of slots on those will just make every dungeon for the rest of the game easy. So, getting to level 10 or 11 on everyone, I feel like it's worth it. And of course, because we can nuke, these fights don't take very long. But also, part of the reason why I want those spell slots is like, they share a level with so many important spells, like Life 2 and Warp. So it's nice to have kind of a backup, you know, emergency Warp. Okay, well, what did I get there? I bought the chime, I didn't mark that. I got the crystals. So unfortunately, the south route here doesn't really work well for going to Matoya. How do I want to handle this? Do we gamble on Marsh or do we gamble on Matoya? It's probably a similar amount of time either way, honestly. I mean, you could probably say Crystal, like Matoya's Crystal is like 2 steps in, so maybe that's more likely to be the progression rather than Sphere 0, but I don't know. I don't know how the logic works. First thing first, though. We'll do some shopping. A melted ice sword. Totally not worth my time. But maybe some awesome black magic? Remember that for later. I want to save my bucks for now, but that's good. Temper black 3. Yeah, oh, well, okay. There you go. Can Cryptic learn 4th slot? Of course not. It's 1st and 3rd, and then Red Wizard is either this one or this one, but I never remember which one. And Knights are only 1st and 3rd. Well, it's fine. You can't have Nuke and Fade. That'd be too powerful. Alright, level 3 Fade. Pretty good, though. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Invis 2 and Exit. No problem. This is why we saved my bucks. And Heal 3, I mean, maybe. Quad X, at least. That's good. Maybe. I guess I'll save my gold for the armor shop, but I think we're okay now. Pro rings! Cool. And we don't have any gloves yet for the fight. This is such a waste of money and time, but I'm gonna do it. Nicely armored fighters. They're mostly iron, but they got some sparkly gloves, right? Okay, so from here, do we walk? I actually don't know if I can walk. I can't remember. I don't think I turned open extended. I can't remember. We're gonna go to Matoya's, but it's possible we could have walked if I had the right flags on for seeds. Extended open progression opens up a path between Northwest Castle and Dwarfs. But if you don't have extended open, then the river will block you. If we're lucky, we'll get like a canoe or a floater out of Matoya. Yeah, that river will block us, so we couldn't have walked if we wanted to. So this was the only way to get to Matoya. Cure Sawhogs. What a waste of my time. It's the worst when you get a big group of really hard to run from enemies that are like ambushy or something, and they get some sort of AoE self-casting spell. So there's like 9 of them and they just cast, even if it's just like heal 1 on themselves, the whole group just... I guess I could have left a save down by Elfland and not saved here. Because if what we got for Matoya was trash, then I could have reset all the way back down and gone straight to Marsh. But I feel like it's pretty unlikely. There's not a lot of incentive locations available at the moment. A Cure 3? Was that -7? Well, on the plus side, it does cast Cure 3, which is pretty good. We got some herb. Alright, back we go. So we had to go to Crescent Lake to get the crystal. So there's not really a whole lot of ways to save time the way this early game logic went. If we needed this, we had to sail all the way there, then we had to sail all the way back. And theoretically, if Elfland is progression, then that was all mandatory. Now, if Marsh was a floater or something, then things change, but... in theory, we would have had to do this no matter what. Alright, here, have a little smoke. Well, that's not... well, I mean, okay. That's great. That's the... that's the loot. So, maybe you could have waited on that until you had an airship to save a whole bunch of time, but, whatever. Let's go to Marsh, I guess. What else is technically available? Well, I'm thinking. Trying to run through... Get it into my head again how these work. It's been so long since I've run these. No canoe, so... no waterfall. I guess we have a chime. But there's no incentive items in... I should be marking these on my tracker for you guys. There's no incentive items in Mirage. You have to get all the way up to Sky. That's rude. That's real rude. Do not like. We have fire spiders that just popped up. But I guess we can, you know, return the fire. That's that one. What else did we get? We did the herb thing. So that means we did the Sleeping Prince. Okay, well, here we are. Let's use a cabin. Yeah, that's good. Now, there is a flag. I don't actually know if I turned it on, which would change things a little bit. There's a new setting in the Randomizer Site that allows for shuffling the incentive item in the dungeon to any chest in the dungeon. So if we find an incentive item somewhere that's not the standard wizard chest, then you know it's on accidentally. But I'm not sure if I kind of rushed my flag setup today, so I don't know if I did it. And it's a new one, so we haven't really learned about it yet. You can randomize the flags. I didn't this time, but you can have them as a question mark, so you don't actually know until you get playing whether or not it was turned on or not. That was really nice, though. Silver +9. That's a very effective bracelet. That'll be the White Mage, Red Mage late game armor for sure. These guys get nuked just on principle, I say. Crawls have killed me so many times, especially on those solo runs. They get microwaved if we see them. What am I doing walking? anyway. I will definitely say that having warp available right now makes this whole thing so much easier. Right, I'm trying to think of places we can go other than Marsh. So, if the incentive chests were shuffled across their dungeon, in theory, Mirage Tower, because it has a lot of treasure chests, it could have the sky, like the adamantine chest, shuffled down. But I don't think I have that on. Other than that, no ice cave, no volcano. If Earth Vampire Chest is randomized, or incentivized, that's one. But that'd be it, I think. So it's either it has to be in Marsh, or it'll have to be in Earth. And we might have to double dip Earth, unfortunately. Alright, let's see if I remember where all the loot is on this floor. It's a great axe. Not as good as a silver sword +9 though. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this even randomized? It might not be. I might not have randomized travel. I usually do, but I might have missed it. Alright, well that was all of Sky. Well, I guess we're going to Sky. It's a good thing we got Nuke, right? We're like, you know, level 10 or something. It's fine. I don't need this many to kill gargoyles, but unrunnable, yeah. Punks. This is like not linked, and we have to go to the top right if we want to check all the chests. I suppose if we are going... No, that's the one that's linked. I am stupid. I know there's maps and stuff that show you all the linked chests. I just never remember. Alright, well, some money is not the worst thing. Alright, let's get out of here. So that gives us, yeah, full access to Sky. Great. Let's save those houses for when we get to Mirage. Well, you know, nothing wrong with a level 10 Sky run. We won't be level 10 when we get out of there. But the problem with that is, can we actually... We're not strong enough to kill Warmech or Tia. Maybe we should check the vampire chest first. We do have warp and exit, so we can get out of there pretty quick. Plus, the Earth Cave is nice in the sense that there's a bunch of trap tiles, which if I did shuffle them, which kind of looks like I didn't, they can be really good grind tiles if it is shuffled. But if I did not shuffle the trap tiles, which we'll see. Don't forget I have to buy temper and stuff later on. Got a couple pro spells to learn at some point. There's Invisible too and all that. We might as well stop by Melmond. If they sell silver bracelets, we buy one for the Red Mage. And check level 5 magic. No slab, but whatever. It's pretty much garbage. And pretty much garbage. Because we have random weapons, you know, there could have been like a +9 flame sword or something for sale. There wasn't. +8 ice shield, that's good stuff. I would say +5 cap is probably worth it for the healers, and then yeah, I'll spend some money. This is what we hoard all of our gold for, right? So that's, you know, protection from fire and also a bunch of AC. Alright, 80 absorb is crazy good. 16, you know, 39 at least, yeah. Once we get another silver bracelet, our red mage will be feeling a lot better. I think I'm gonna take the coward's way out and go to Earth first. Because Sky's pretty scary. Also, these ghoul ambushes can frick right off, man. But I'm pretty sure we could clear Sky, except for I'm not sure how Tia is gonna run. Like, you know, Warmech and Tia might be a bit much. But all the nukes and stuff should get us through the rest. But what I do want to do here is to check the traps. If we see some iguanas over here, you know. Yeah, all right. I did not randomize those like I usually do. Let's not check treasure chests because we're trying to go a little bit fast and we don't need to. The goal here is, well, to find out if I did actually shuffle. This is my own fault. I didn't memorize all my incentive locations. If the vampire chest is not incentivized, this is a huge waste of time. But if it is, I think we can get here quicker than Sky 2 for the adamant chest by a significant margin. Also, thank you. Out of my way. We'll give it to the white mage, because, you know. Alright, ribbon +5. Let's go. If you're not familiar, ribbon gives you protection from all elements. I think. Maybe not time? I don't know. Basically any element you're going to see, though. And that means you take half damage from the element and a lot of magic defense to probably take a quarter damage most of the time. And you're near immunity to all the status elements. By near, I mean 97% or something like that. So you do see occasionally stone or death run through a ribbon, but it's, well, pretty unlikely. So because of that ribbon that we found totally by fluke, I will check a few chests. Also, if I didn't randomize trap tiles, then you know what's guarding things. So we know there's earth elementals guarding this one, which you can see how tough they are. Between 300 and 500 HP for garbage. Now, it would be hilarious if there's a rod here. That would definitely be funny. Sorry, Thor, your hammer's just not packing enough punch. You need a bigger hammer. Okay, let's not use nuke. Let's you know, white magic, holy magic him out. Bam, good stuff. All right, well that was definitely random or incentivized. So I suppose it makes sense that we would turn that in before we go to Sky. It's not very far away. So I'm glad I went there, because I do think that was a lot quicker than going to Sky. Now, it's possible Sky had progression anyway and whatever, but you never know. Double dip Earth. Like, for instance, if Adamant turns into something for progression, like a canoe or something, then it's pretty likely it's a forced double dip anyway, if we find the rod somewhere that's Adamant locked, basically. Which is pretty easy at this point. Also, we get some more loot. You know what, dwarves? You can keep that one. Everyone's favorite, the Hooray Dwarf. Hey! Good gamble. Alright, so what we got is many more options. Ice Cave, Volcano, Waterfall. We've already got the in shop item, so we don't need to worry about the Mirage or the Oasis. I think it's ice and volcano from here, because we're so close. But technically, all we need is Oxyale and a key for go mode. It could be airshipless. It's possible we could... No, we need a rod too. So we need rod, Oxyale, and... Yeah, it's quite a lot of things to finish the game still. There's probably a way to work out if it's going to be possible to be floaterless soon. But I'm going to go to ice because of the warp trick primarily. It's a bit of a canoe trip, but the actual dungeon will go real fast. Because we could just warp to the incentive chest and then exit out instantly, so it should be pretty easy. Maybe we'll clear Volcano while we're in the zone. I don't know. I don't remember if the Fire Dragon chest is incentivized. If it is, we should pick it up. Because we definitely need a rod and Oxyale. If we get Oxyale from ice, we definitely go Waterfall and Sea Shrine. We probably leave Ordeals out if we can. At this, I mean, Ordeals with warp isn't too bad either, but we still don't. I guess I'm just thinking like mobility. We don't have a whole lot of. We have to sail everywhere, right? It sucks. So we'll see how bad ice is. I mean, our front row has a lot of armor, and we do have a ribbon, and we have life 2 on at least one person who has a ribbon. So, you know, it's not bad. But, you know, ice can always be terrible. Never underestimate ice, I don't think. So that's going to waste a lot of time if they spam dark. I should have just nuked him. Always do one... If you fail to run, you've got a spell to wipe them out kind of thing. It's probably a good strat to remember. It feels so weird having the vanilla sprites. We actually have 2 Life 2 casters. We should, we do have the tail. If we can get the airship, I definitely would promote to Knight. Because the fighters with Life 2 are a classic. You know, I suppose if we didn't shuffle the tiles, we also know for sure that that's an eye. So if you wanted to grind on an eye, which is generally pretty safe in the randomizer, but we're not grinding right now. I'm just theoretically, because I forgot to shuffle them, you know what's there. All right, Jade is the replacement for the. What's his name? For the Titan, yeah. Lots of renamings going on. So that's the ruby, just a different color. I guess that means we can go to Sarda. Do we do that? I think we go Volcano first. Volcano, and then sail out, head to Sarda, hope he's got maybe... What we want. Rod would just let us clear Earth while we're in the area, which I guess would be fine. If he has got the ox... I mean, hopefully he's got the floater or something, right? That's what you really want. Might want to buy some houses after this, too. I don't... What kind of gear do we need? We will need, like, boss slaying gear at some point. So having, like, a better weapon would be nice. We don't... I mean, Silver Sword plus 9 probably could probably finish the game with that, but... Well, we do have Saber at level 1 for the fighters. That is a bit of help. We don't have Fast yet, though. Do I want to check all this? I guess. I'm sort of committed. I didn't actually get all the chests out of Earth or Ice. So I've already skipped a bunch of chests anyway. We can buy those somewhere. Skip. Every warp is one less nuke. I don't know about that. Katana +7. Ooh. If only. If only. Oh, it's unrunnable. Ooh, this is a pretty tanky worm, actually. By the way. Pretty defensive. Alright. Good item. Good item. Make this armory dive worth a little bit, please. A Bane +1. Oh, I don't even have silver. I was thinking I had silver +9. No, it's a silver +6. Yeah, I definitely want a better weapon before going to Topher. We also didn't buy any heal spells yet. I know there's a couple available. I also didn't buy 99 heal potions just yet. That's something I should do on the way out. Remember the days when the Paralisks were the worst enemies you could encounter? Those were bad days. Bad times from years long gone. So we could use the heals to heal up, or we could let someone die and then just res them. Ah, we will take that. I'll say Cryptic gets the first one, I guess. Pro Ring +1, nothing to scoff at. If you're unfamiliar, of course, Pro Rings, accessory slot item that gives you reasonable, I guess it's, yeah, accessory shot, whatever. It's like glove slot, basically. Gives you decent absorb for very little weight and protection from death. Heal 9 gauntlets. Right, I thought I learned my lesson last time about how defensive these guys were. I did not. They're probably not as tanky as my fighters, though. I'll take them, I guess. Oh, that's right. I forgot I can use the... I should be probably using the Cure 3 shirt in an area with no heal potions, right? Like, that'd be smart. That's too smart for me. So what we could do is heal and cure kind of thing. I don't know. It's a bit slow, but it's free. Alright, so there's nothing in that room. Go to the far off room in the side here. Where this one's always empty? No. Oh, yes, technically always empty, but that's just linked to a different one. I think in the vanilla game, Heal 2 was bugged. So I always think of it as healing better than what it actually does. I think it healed the same as a Heal 3 in vanilla. And then, of course, those dang developers fixed it, so it's nerfed back to what it would have said it did in the manual. I guess we have an Agama grind here if we want. But we don't have any black belts or anything, so... Also, they have a lot of hit points. Like, over 400, I think? Something like that. We'll definitely take that. I don't care enough about opal shields. Alright, that gets our white mage to 48 absorb, which is fair. Yeah, no rando. I definitely meant to randomize the trap tiles. I just must have misclicked. Alright, now the other question is, does the fire dragon have any loot for us? Or red dragon, I guess. I thought I randomized... Oh, I got confused. So the Bane sword is actually not the Bane sword. The Bane sword is the defense sword, because it's in caps lock. Right? But it's +1 and cast Bane instead of defense. So no ruse. Oh, you know, there's another thing I was meaning to check. So remember that plus defense thing? Let's see if that was doing it like this. No. Okay, I don't know what the plus defense bonus from Blurst classes actually does. Does he get more from armor or something, maybe? I've never seen something like that before. Oh, serious. Okay, well, you know what? You can be resistant to all elements, but can you resist the nukes? This red dragon, it's got the wrong element, but it's off to a pretty good start here. Alright, not incentivized. So, clearing out the volcano, not very helpful. But we can still light an orb. I mean crystal. I should have healed up. I just don't respect. No respect. If she nukes us back, it's gonna be hilarious. We just die. Fire 2? Is this even randomized? Alright, good stuff, guys. You got her. That means we got an orb. Heck yeah. And by orb, I mean... Oh, they are orbs. They were crystals for a while, but I guess they're back to being orbs. Weird. Alright, we even got a couple houses out of there, so... net gain on long-term healing resources. Alright, and the good news is we can mostly forget about this quarter of the map. There's nothing left. We got ice done, volcano done. I don't think there's anything to go back to in Crescent Lake, so this area is all cleared. I suppose we go Sarda, and if that doesn't lead anywhere, we just have to do Sky. Now, we've progressed enough since I had access to Sky that I'm not as scared of it. I should buy some stuff while I'm here, though. Those spiders, man, how rude. Alright, let me just clean up my inventory a little bit here. I know we could sell some of this stuff for money, but... well, okay. I'll tell you what. I'll see how much we can sell the majestical katana for. 9 grand. Nothing that great. So I haven't found, like, a really good sword for sale, have I? I just couldn't afford it or something, maybe? We will probably want temper. If we can't find anything better than a silver sword plus, plus 6, we're definitely going to want fast and temper. Alright, I don't think there's anything in white magic we wanted, but there was something at level 4. You know what? That's not garbage. Harm 3 does reasonably good damage to undead. It's no nuke, but... Okay, we've already got Exit, but let's pick up Invis 2 and Heal 3. And I forget already what's that black for. Nothing super hot. But I don't want to come back here ever again, so we'll just pick up everything I was thinking about. Stupid red mage. Well, I'm not going to get you Cure 2. Invis 2 on 2 characters would have been quite nice, because then you can stack up the evasion really quickly, but... I think I've got 10 heals. And I'm going to buy some more houses. That should be good. I should buy some more soft potions if I can, but we're doing fine. Also, I did not count my heal potions correctly. Alright, we can buy pro rings. We should do that while we're here as well, I guess. Goodbye, silver gloves. You're in the way. Now, do we buy Pro Cape -3 for the mages? Is that worth it? It would take up my last inventory slot. It's probably not as good as a Cap +5. Definitely not as good as a ring. I think I like having the healing items more than having... I think it'd be 8 -3 absorb. So 5... And probably, like -4 evasion or something like that. Maybe -7 evasion. Was there anything magic-wise at level 5? I think... We haven't actually seen fast yet. That's like the only spell we really would like, I think. I know I was planning to go back to Carnaria and Provoca once I had promotion for white magic knights. But unfortunately, Blue Ankylo Brain can't keep up with all the spells. I guess in theory. Sure. It's very unlikely I ever cast Exfer. Or any of that. I am pretty sure none of these weapons were any good. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure none of this was any good. No. It was good, I just already bought them. Alright. Let's keep moving. Kind of got slowed down here a little bit. Let's head on over to the Sage. It's possible Titans is incentivized as well. Well, I hope you enjoy your new custom gem there, Mr. Titan. Jades are my favorite. So much extra flavor in these randomizers these days. Confused glove, silver +8. Red mages can wear silver armor, right? They better be able to. Yeah. There you go, Cryptic. Now you got good armor. Excellent. And we don't care about that. Nope, don't care about that. We got pro rings. Casting Confused doesn't matter, so a Zeus's Gauntlet turned into Confused Gauntlet. Or Power Glove, whichever one it was. It's no good. I think the only difference is Power Glove you can equip unpromoted, and Zeus's Gauntlet you need to be promoted to equip it. But they're both not as good as a Pro Ring for Absorb, so yeah, whatever. Well, the fetch questing continue. I haven't done that yet. And I can walk and click at the same time. I could probably have just warped out, but gotta keep that tracker up nice and clean for you guys. Well, I guess we'll head back to visit Astos. Make him the king of all elves. Yeah, I have the loot. What we're missing is Rod and Oxyale, I think. And key. Rod, Oxyale, key. Three incentive items left is still quite a lot. But that was the floater, so that was what we needed to do. Alright, that'll open up lots of speedy travels. So we had to get the Jade Ruby to get the crown to get the floater. And that was in... where was that again? The Ice Cave? So we had to get the canoe to go there. Yeah, we had to do the whole loop, I think. The only thing we could have skipped was early Crescent Lake to the crystal for Matoya to give us the whatchamacallit, essentially the loot. We could have skipped that until we did this, but that seemed like a good bet. It just turned out it didn't. So we had to do the whole, yeah, we had to do the whole, basically the whole progression chain so far just to get to the floater. That's fair. There is something incentivized in Sky that... well, we don't have the bottle. We don't have the slab. I think we go do Waterfall. We could check some Dragon Isles for loot, maybe, but... I mean, I don't know. Want to get a little bit of loot while we're here? I'm still hoping to find an Excalibur or something, right? Or Massa. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll go Waterfall next, and then... just because they're short, it'll be Waterfall... Ordeals, because they're both much quicker. And if neither of those lead to Oxyale or the Rod, we'll do Sky. Harm Staff, that's not that great. Harm Staff plus 7, I don't know, might be slightly better than Iron Hammer plus 8, but not enough. We don't, oh, we do have the tail, that's right. I forgot about the tail. Yeah, we should promote while we're here for sure. Unfortunately, the treasury was all garbage. Yeah, so this will certainly make a run-up Mirage a lot safer with White Magic Knights with really good spells. Well, even if all they get is Life 2, it's about the best spell you can get on a Knight. Cool. And I don't think that changes any malices or bonuses or anything in this version, so... good. But we do have our nice adult-looking sprites. Alright, Waterfall. No reason to go to on-rack, really, unless we find Oxyale. And we even promoted close to level 15. You can't learn Knight or Ninja spells until you hit level 15, 17, and so on. You know, you have to be promoted and level up to an odd level past 15, basically, or else you don't get a new spell slot. So we leveled up, we promoted at about the right time for sort of efficiency. Technically, if you leveled up to 50 and then promoted, you'd never learn any magic, so don't do that. It looks like I didn't randomize Marsh, or Waterfall. Boy, if they ever randomize Marsh, we're gonna have a rough time. Just every dungeon procedurally generated random maze, kind of like the, similar to maybe something like how Dawn of Souls did it for the GBA Final Fantasy 1 remake. With a big bonus dungeons. They weren't procedurally generated, but there was quite the big pool of randomized, well, randomized. There was a bunch of dungeons, and the order you got them was random. And they made a bunch of custom marshy looking, icy looking dungeons. So be cool if the rando had that one day. Probably will one day. Just take a month off, and half the features you want will be in. That's how this thing works, I think. Yeah, these silver swords are pretty good, but you know, you can tell we're not overpowered with our melee attacks right now. Like, oops. That's my bad. I tapped the reset button. Sorry. Add a couple minutes to the timer for a penalty. Fine, I'll kill him. To be honest, I'm pretty sure gas dragons are weak to ice. Remembering what enemies are weak to ice is hard, but I think they are? Maybe not. Some enemies are weak to ice, but it's hard. I have a hard time remembering. It's like water elements and nightmares. Maybe I was thinking nightmares, because nightmares are in this dungeon too. It's kind of a weird list of enemies that are weak to ice. Lightning is easier, like water enemies, robotic enemies are all weak to lightning, basically. And then ice enemies are weak to fire. Fire enemies are weak to ice, sort of. These are really common. Let's just try to nuke them instead. I'm only killing them because they give a ton of experience. It's not necessary, but... Yeah, there you go. Ice 3 did over 400 damage, so actually guaranteed that means they're weak to ice. Because they did more than a max roll on nuke, which is always a fun little factoid of mine, is... Technically, the max damage from a spell is from Ice 3 to something weak to it. More than a nuke, even. But it's pretty unlikely to happen. I think gas dragons probably have reasonably high magic defense. So even using Ice 3, it doesn't look like you're getting the bonus damage that often. It's just they're resistant to magic. This is maybe worth the XP. I don't know. There's almost nothing we can't kill. It's just spells. These are pretty tanky wizard mummies to survive double nuke. Lots of HPs. Alright, well that's convenient. So now we can go do water while we're here. Water shrine. I don't think I care about the pro cape. You get a silver hammer. Saber hammer. Ooh. It's -6. Interesting. Well, that should be slightly better. Unfortunately, Thor's hammer, not worth equipping.
What seems to happen in the psychedelic state is that when something is positive,
That's good. I like it.
to the extent of being euphoric and ecstatic,
I don't need talking in my music. You could, well, anyone can buff themselves up with it is the thing, and starting with fighter strength and a good weapon will make a lot bigger difference than trying to catch up after like 10 rounds of white mage self-buffing. But yes, technically you could. If it was +9, I would have had you equip it, but it was not. Oh, this one has singing too, doesn't it? As much as it's a pretty cool song. Lightning 3. Nice. Bet you didn't expect the fighters to learn Lightning 3 at level 7, did you? Hey, there's some good stuff. Cure 4, nice. Invis 1, we don't need that though. Alright, I didn't actually expect the level 7 magic to be even worth checking, but... Cure 4 is always good. We still don't have the fast spell, so we'll go to Gaia one of these days, and we'll pick up theoretically fast at level 8 or something. Okay, what do we need? I think... Hold on just a second. Let me update. Oxyale, Waterfall. I did ice and I didn't check it off ever because I was lazy. I did the item already. The item shop item. I did the Marsh Cave chest. I did that one. We don't have a key, so we couldn't get Corneria. We don't have the... what's it called? The TNT yet, so we couldn't do the Narek. No slab. We did nearly check the vampire. Or the fire dragon. No bottle. What was that one? Oh, that's the... Yeah, no. Okay. So I think just by the number of... Like, we still need 2 incentive items. We need a rod and we need a key. We have to... There's like a 2/3 chance we have to check the mermaids. So I'm going to go there first. Because I think there's 3 locations basically at this point. There's Sky for Adamantite. There's Castle of Ordeals. And there's the mermaid one. So I think I only have access to 3 incentive chests at the moment. And they will probably link us to the bottle slab TNT fetch quest, but there's 3 starting points basically, and if possible we want to skip Castle Ordeals, so we do this one first and then Sky next, and we hope we get our incentive item in those 2, but again 2 out of 3, right? You know, I always like to check the items here, even though we don't need a whole lot more to beat the game, but there's just so many items. It's a nice big room. Actually, probably the fastest way is to grab the key item, warp out, and then grab the rest and warp out, is probably what I'm thinking. Warp back. Alright. Well, that'll take us to... I clicked that ahead of time. I knew it was here. When I was like, we've got the Oxyale, I just clicked the bottle because the bottle gives you the Oxyale. I'm gonna clear the floor. I still would really like to find some better weapons. And honestly, I struggle, you know, everyone who's watched me for a while do these FF1 runs, I really struggle not to full clear 100% everything. That's one of the main reasons I don't want to speed run much, is because my brain is telling me to open all the chests. Wait, hold on. Yes. +5 difference is not enough to make up for the opal being better than that. 57 absorb. I don't think it was a huge upgrade, but opal +4 still beats silver +9. So anyway, you know, like I was saying, I like to check all these chests, and sometimes you're rewarded, you know. I think I missed one at top as well. And if you're trying to go fast, it's really a balance of, like, the minimum number of chests you need to check to win. And what's the minimum number you need? Well, it's very difficult to know. It's not that, like, I don't play these randomizers enough to be confident in the randomized spells, weapons, boss stats, and everything, to just know confidently that, you know, at this level with this gear and this spell, I can or cannot beat the game, kind of thing. That takes a lot of practice to get a good feel for it. But, you know, you could get there. I like logicking out the route for these games, but the point at which you can just, you know, start skipping chests. I don't know. Okay, let's go kill Kraken. I probably won't check too many chests on the way down. Maybe the old Sharknado room that's got like 5 chests in it or something. It's a couple things. We've got 2 ribbons. Pretty good armor. Just we're really only weak on the weapons, I would say. And I don't think there's any good way to get the fast spell, which is the reason why I'm looking for weapons so hard. If we had like level less than 4 of the fast, I would say we were in pretty good spot. But no way to double attacks. Saber definitely helps. Temper definitely helps. Life 2 surely adds to survivability. Everyone's gonna have life 2, so like I expect we can make it down to Chaos Town. But you know, killing Chaos can be tricky. So it's definitely nice to have guaranteed high damage output. We've got no black belt to grind up. I think silver plus 6 is probably around equivalent to maybe kind of how strong a sun sword is, like a vanilla sun sword. I'm not sure you'd want, at lowish levels anyway, I'm not sure you'd want to fight Chaos with a sun sword. And then the other option is, of course, well, blue, why don't you just grind then? Well, grinding is even slower than opening all the treasure chests. Checking this room is going to really punish me, isn't it? You know, in my playlist of like 500 songs, there are, I think, 8 songs in it from Super Mario RPG, but they always get selected by the random playlist shuffler. Can't trust a randomizer. Okay, that was not worth it. I'm out of here. Alright, well, we can get our second fiend down, and we've got the bottle. So we go to Gaia, and depending on what we get at Gaia, we probably go clear Sky. I could stop by Corneria to get the life spells. Yeah, maybe we do that. Well, we're already on the north end of the continent. Maybe that's not worth the time yet. I don't think we're going to have anything to worry about with Kraken 1. It could hit pretty hard as always, but I'll heal up at the very least. But... oh, by the way, there's a new sorting feature for your heal potions. I'm not sure if I like it. I kind of got used to selecting heal from the bottom of the list like normal, but let's just see how our swingin' does. Be a little bit careful with some invis, but 2 hits for 20, yeah. 1 hit for 2. Ha! So remember, I was like, I don't have very good weapons, you know. Well, the Kraken has a base of 800 HP, so this shouldn't take too long. Nukes do the job, as they do. But it's hard to nuke Chaos for over 2,000 damage. I mean, I guess, you know, we could just do it. But there's generally like a limited number of spell slots you can hold all the way to the bottom of Topher. So I'm not sure I like that strategy too much. We had a katana plus 7. We just can't use it. That would have worked. That would have worked. One day I want to bring a thief just to see the the legendary katana +9. Oh, we'll go fly back to Corneria and Corneria and Provoca. Nope, you're not allowed to park there. It's reserve space. Right, it was Provoca that had the really good stuff. Backup lives, though, not bad. Should have bought this earlier on. Not that anyone's ever died. No one's gonna die on my watch. But, you know, having backup life casters, I've heard good things about it. It would have been nice to save that for when we had the key, because the key will probably release something in the treasury. So if you were really trying to route this smartly, you would have waited to go back to Corneria until after you had the Mystic Key, because surely we'll get that at some point and go back to the castle. Hold on. Level 2, Life 2, Nuke Warp, right. We didn't save any slots for Wall, except for on Thor. But we've got 2 ribbons, so that's probably not a big deal. And it's competing with a really good spell anyway. And then level 3 was Temper, Warp, and Fade, if they could learn it. I don't think they could learn it, or else Cryptic would have it. Okay, that was... yeah, pretty good, but not the best. Not the best spells, but just pretty good. Just the Life 2, which are on their own pretty awesome. But let's turn in the bottle. We'll double check the high level magic. See if we have any luck on our haste. Fire 3, huh? Wow, sure. We'll hold on the red mage. Huh. See if we even learn any slots at level 7. Harm and Mute. Okay, it looks like level 7 white was pretty garbage. Alright. Waste a bunch of money. Sorta. We're not... do we have anything to sell again? Not really. Armor's pretty much stacked. Opal +2 shield is not as good as the ice shield, just has a different elemental protection. I know there's some opal gear we could have bought. Maybe I should have double checked at Corneria and Provoca, but whatever. A wood nunchuck for 1 gold. It's just a stick. Okay, there's your fast, so no one learns it. No fast this run, unfortunately, so... yeah, we really do need to rely on either mostly magic or better weapons. Yeah, if there was like straight up opal armor that's at least got some positive modifier, it should beat Iron +9, but, you know, our armor's fine. 82 Absorb is better than vanilla endgame, so it's no big deal. Well, ask and thee shall receive. On the plus side, I'll give that to Figo. That'll do. Massa +8. Just about the best possible weapon you could get in the randomizer. Just about. That's all. We had, let's see, there was 20 options for the +- or +9 to -9 is 19 options. So we got second best out of 19. Pretty good. Alright, let's go. So I think this confirms that we have to go to Ordeals, because we'll get one incentive item here that will either lead, well, it will either be a you know, a fetch quest item that leads to one of the two things we need, or it'll be one of the two things, and then the other one will start from Ordeals. And we do need the rod, and I forgot. Yeah, I think someone mentioned that I didn't ever tick that, but yeah, we've had that for a long time. Yeah, we need the key and the rod. That's all. Yeah, mass is looking good, and we're still only like level 20-ish, so... Wow, double blue dragon. This is a random one, but it's kind of a crazy luck. I don't think we're going to check all the chests anymore. Maybe we'll do some on the Sky 4. Maybe I should have done the less than greater than room, I don't know. But we already have 2 ribbons and crazy good armor. All that's left, we've already seen a bad sun sword. If we did find Excalibur and it was worth, you know, if it was like a +9 Excalibur, we'd have 2 amazing fighters, but, you know, what are the odds of that? Good. So let's save some time running around. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is in Ordeals, we're going to get either the TNT, the slab... You know, I'm doing this a little bit backwards. I'm checking things off incorrectly. I forgot the Oxyale. What I'm trying to say is that we will get an item that leads to the rod, but it will probably lead through the TNT and the slab before we get to the rod. So we'll have to make the trip to Lefane, and we'll have to make the trip to Dwarf Cave. Flam. Yeah, I wouldn't expect too many more good items at this point. Well, to be fair, because we've got the key, we can also... Actually, this is very lucky in that sense. We could go to Carnaria Castle and pick up the rod there. There's 2 possible routes to the final item now. To Go mode. So I guess we play the Carnaria Castle first. If that's the rod, kill the Lich, kill the game. And then that way we don't have to do the fetch quests. Bridge of Destiny. You never know what you're going to find on it. Encounter rate is, as always, very high. But not enough to stop me. I never did get any... I did get a heal spell. Yeah, we can use that. Alright. Our levels are still not super high. Oh. I must have had a flag on I forgot about. So that's randomized fiends. Carrie and Kraken were both not randomized. Huh. Oh well, I guess that's just how it goes. Anyway, that makes that dungeon much easier. So sadly, and I do feel bad, but the big chicken, the robot chicken, was not sighted today. No time to mess around with him though. We got games to win. Alright, back to Carnaria. I will check the armor shop just for interest's sake. But hopefully this is our go mode right here. If it's not, what could it be? Maybe there's like an incentive ribbon or something. Again, I didn't double check, but I didn't spend very much time making the seed. I kind of just fast forwarded it. We'll check all the boxes. And finally, last but not least, we're in go mode. So we'll never know what the other incentive final item was. It was probably a ribbon. But we would have to do ordeals and an entire Lefane and Dwarf trip to get it. Opal +8. Oh man, that is really good. Yeah, okay, let's get that. That's better than Iron 9 for sure. Can we crack into over 100 today? I think it'll be pretty close. $98 absorb. Whew. Did anyone see any better helmets anywhere? That's pretty good. And that does give my fighters fire and lightning protection. They're missing ice and death protection. They're death, fire, lightning protected. It'd be better if they had dragon armor, but and an Aegis shield, but you know, beggars. Alright, let's go kill Lich. And while we're doing that, I'll just consider if there's anything else I want to do before we fight Chaos. Yeah. And when I say kill Lich, well, we actually know what fiend is here, and it's not the Lich, is it? It is the final fiend. So I think it was a mandatory Earth double dip, because the item behind the vampire led us to the canoe, and we needed the canoe, I think. Well, no, technically, because we got the key back in Sky, which we could have gone to a long time ago, and that would have given us the rod to finish here. So maybe it was possible to skip, but you would have had to do everything in such a perfect order. It would have been very, very unlikely, I think, that you could have skipped a double dip on Earth. But maybe. One of these days I'll try another Final Fantasy VI Rando. I have to get the flags. Like, it's also been a long time since the last run of those I did, but I gotta get the flags right on it, or else the end game just kills me. I think I was getting really annoyed with like the throwing weapons from enemies, because they just one-shot everything. So hopefully they've at least added a flag to tone that down a little bit. But the scaling on throwing weapons was just broken. Sleep touch. And that was a sleep touch through a ribbon, pretty sure. Yeah. Hey, get out of here. Get out of the way, bats. I think this also would have been a pretty good seed to go drop one or two of the party members to go 2 or 3 man. What am I trying to do here? I don't think we needed 4 characters. I think once we found out low-level Nuke and Ice 3, the play was probably drop the White Mage. Also, once we knew the Red Mage could learn Life 2, because the White Mage hasn't really added much to the group. So you could 3-man it, double fighter Red Mage. Once you're promoted, you don't even need the Red Mage, because I think the double fighter would be the way to finish the game. Because they've got such great armor, nothing would kill them. You could give the 2 ribbons to them, and they'd still have 90 armor or something. They have Nuke, Ice 3, Life 2, Warp. No, they'd actually... they'd be a much higher level. And turns go a lot faster when you have to select four menu commands every time. So yeah, if you're trying to do the seed super fast, the routing I did, there might be some small tweaks, but I think the big time save would be probably going with fighter and red mage, and then just fighter, just knight. You do need that massa though, or some kind of weapon. Okay, so we know this is not a normal Lich. It was a trick. Now I want to see. I have to give the saber, glove, or sword to Figo. Let's start making sure this is gonna work for a final boss. Also, we don't have access to any kind of ruse or invis items, so the white mage is the only way to cast invis too. So it's possible you still want the white mage for endgame, but we'll see. Blizzard, huh? That's pretty good damage. We do have Temporary. And we can, for the final couple fights, by having Wall available, it does give us the option to get full elemental protection, so, for the whole team. I mean, I like having the whole team anyway, but... Hank, this is not needed. We've already won. Let me out. Alright. Oh, I thought there was a way to promote. Isn't there a way to promote them? Oh, there is. It's, you click this again. Yeah, there you go. There's a few little tricks in the tracker that I always forget about. Also, we have a Massa. Alright, alright. Let's finish this one up. $99 heals. Let's do this, boys and girls. Ooh, that's a lot of experience there. We don't, do we, is there any need for more experience? We don't get another swing on the Massa without getting quite a few levels. It's 32, 64, 96, 128, 160. So at 140, we're not going to get another swing for quite a while. These things are pretty tough. Hey there, gamer. The music today is generally just OC remix stuff. It might be on Spotify, I actually don't know. But it's all on YouTube. Just Google, or just search on YouTube for OC remix and whatever the game you like. This is from Wild Arms, specifically. And you can, all the OC remix albums you can just download, so they're all free to listen to and stream. It's pretty cool. It's mostly just video game tracks like this. Definitely my preferred way to stream these randomizers. As much as I like the vanilla music, it gets a little old when once you're on your 100th randomizer. I definitely dig how much armor those fighters have. The Earth Elementals are barely plunking them. 1 damage. Ooh, but they've got Stun Touch. That's kind of scary. They don't get like 5 hits or anything like Green Medusa, but... I'm not really worried at all. I think we'll be done here in 10 minutes, but... Hey, speaking of which... If those guys get a stun touch, stone touch, death touch, things get real spicy. Alright, they're not dying proper. Oh, right, I have to remember to move over a certain piece of gear to Figo. Gur Medusas are also really good for grinding, typically, in the randomizer. They're generally pretty low HP for good experience. And they're generally weak to fire, so if you got even fire too, you can just clear them out. Alright, this needs to be there. Figos are killer. We only have the 1 good weapon. We'll give him a ribbon before the final fight. Or before Tia or something. We'll see. Let's just see if we just hold A to win. Tornado's pretty bad, gotta say. Lich 2 does not have that much defense. Definitely dead. Alright, now... I don't know if I... No. I think what I'll do... I'm gonna keep 1 fighter healed up, and if the other people die, that helps me, because then I can use life 2 on them. Oh, unrunnable. Alright, alright. Nice 3. Got 1. Ooh, squinting gammas. Now, that shouldn't matter. We've all got pro rings and ribbons, but... So it would have meant grinding on a gammas, if that's what your idea was, would have been a bad idea. Back in Volcano. I would not have suggested a solo black belt grind on squinters. Just too much RNG for me. Getting all the unrunnables now. Should probably have had Figo attack the red giant instead, but it's fine. I believe. Yeah, 300's okay. Carry swings for 11 damage. Barely plinks the group. It's that 98 absorb on the knights up front. Insanely good. I could probably fog 2 of them up to max pretty easy. But crits still go through fog, so, or through absorb, so it's not that great. Alright, good job, Figo. Figo's definitely going to win this for us. We're getting some nice runs off. Definitely speeding us up. Alright. Let's not be too uncautious. Kraken 2, you know. The slapping Kraken. We want to be a little bit smart here. I know I have a Cure 4 or 2, but we want to save the Cure 4s for the final boss if we can. Alright, let's keep Figo safe. And that's all the prep I need. That's fine. Alright, let's do this. Temper. Temper. I'm gonna put a wall on him. We do have Saber, but let's just see how we do. Ooh, Kraken only does 29 damage to my Mega Fighter up front. Very good, Lola. I wasn't paying attention to how much damage Figo did, though, to be honest. Let's throw at least one Invis down. But I think it's fine. Alright. Swing, 3 damage, 723. We're good. Ooh! Kraken throws out the poison smoke. I'm glad I put the wall up on Figo. Makes him mostly immune to stuff like that. But unfortunately, Lola takes the hit. Another 700 damage. Kraken is still standing. But that's over 1,500. We gotta be getting real close at this point. There we go. Alright. Not bad, not bad. I'm just going to keep Figo in the back for the next couple bosses, just to keep him a little bit less likely to get rushed down. We got Tia 2. We'll do the same general strategy here, I think. Couple tempers. Throw up the wall. Might have been better just give him the ribbon, honestly. I should do that before Chaos. And then I'll even go 1 Saber this time, because there's no ability to go fast. Alright, now let's just see how much damage we can do at this point without messing around with all the buffs. I expect Saber... Ooh. Thor takes a big hit, but Tia takes 700 from the Massa, which means we should be fine. If you ever run into a Fiend that has a huge amount of Absorb or Evasion, then we're going to have to do a lot more buffing and all that. But yeah, no problem. Lola takes him down, or her down, and we are good to go. Alright, so, final boss. I did say we might be done by 145, didn't I? Okay, so heals. I'm gonna move that ribbon over now for sure. Just the worst thing that could happen would be first round crack killing Figo. So we really need to try to avoid that. Otherwise, we should be okay. Alright. Yeah, Cryptic, you've got the least chance of surviving, but good luck. To Chaos. Alright, so we'll be smart. We'll do some buffs. We might even go for some Invis 2s, but I will try to wall up, honestly, Lola. And I'll do a little bit of Saber. I don't know. Invis might have been better, but we'll see. Stun? That's nothing. Let's get some more Tempers on if we can. A-Rub doesn't matter anymore. That would have been a nice early game spell if he got into a bad spot, but yeah, I'll try to keep... You can't use Life 2 mid-combat anyway, so might as well use Sabers now. Alright, that's a lot of Tempers and Sabers on Figo, so next turn we start swinging, see how it does. I think... I'm interested to see if Lola can do any damage with a Silver Sword anyway, and then... there's not much else for Figo to, or for Cryptic to do, other than just throw some nukes on it. And I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more evasion. 163 nuke, not great, but okay. Lola swings for 77. This Chaos has a fair amount of defense. Yeah, we're only hitting for 600 after all those Tempers, so let's just keep laying those on, get some more evasion stacking, and Figo can keep swinging. 5 hits, so we're at about 1400 damage. It's looking pretty good. Chaos doesn't seem to be swinging too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. And that, like, Cryptic didn't have that much defense. Still only took 100 damage. I think we should be able to just hold A and win now. Pretty sure. Ooh, the nuclear comes out! But everyone survives for another turn. Figo! 1,155 damage. We have now done like 3,000 damage and Chaos still stands. Another round. And Thor kills him with like 95 damage on that Silver Hammer. Maxwell's Silver Hammer comes down, blows his brains out. Thor gets the win. This boss had like 4,000 HP and Thor just, the final hit, just ticks him right off. Kill steal. That's pretty good. Not the hardest seed. I mean, we started with Nuke and Ice 3 right at the beginning, and Life 2, so not that we even really used Life 2 at all. Honestly, that run was pretty smooth. I did buff the enemy stats a bit. It's hard to see when you're watching along when I don't show off, but I did give all the enemies, and the bosses particularly, quite a lot more HP than normal, but we still breezed right through it. So that was fun. The next time I do a FF1 Rando, I will spend a bit more time on the flags, because I made a couple mistakes in the setup, and I'll try to remember, because it's always hard for me. You gotta remember where you put your incentive items. If you don't remember, then you end up checking, you know, the red dragon and the volcano for nothing, but you know, it's a fun thing. I don't know. I don't play the randomizer enough to really stay up to date with all the routing and tricks and that stuff, but definitely fun game. And like I said near the beginning, if you haven't played the FF1 randomizer in a while, have a look at the site. They update so many new options and flags just all the time. So there's lots of cool new stuff, and maybe I'll go over that next time. Anyway, for the future tubers watching in the along, hope you enjoyed a relatively chill FF1 Rando. Nothing too crazy today, but maybe the next one will be a bit more crazy. You never know. See you next time.